There's a new TikTok trend I've been seeing, and to sum it up, it's basically a bunch of millennials complaining, talking smack, and I don't know, beefing with Gen Z. They call it the Gen Z stare, which I had no clue what it was when I first saw it, but then after I watched a few videos, and some of them that I've been seeing, they're valid. What some people are saying the Gen Z stare is basically when you go into an establishment, you go into a restaurant, you go into a store, and what they're saying is they're asking for help, and some younger people who they assume are from Gen Z, they're acting oblivious to the fact that they work at a certain spot and they need to help a customer. In that case, they're right.
This is a Gen Z stare everybody's talking about. Can I order?
I've dealt with that a couple of times where you just walk in and you're like, yo, can I get some help? And the person just stares at you like, with what? And it's like, I'm about to explain it to you. I just need some help because I see that you work here. So come and help me, please. But a lot of them have also been contradicting themselves, because I've done the Gen Z stare, as they call it. And I'm going to tell you why I've done it before. I've done it. I did it the other day at the gym. I was on a squat rack, right? I had 2 bars on the squat rack. I had one racked up because I was doing shoulder press with it. And then I had one on the ground because I was doing RDLs. I was doing what's called a superset. I'm very clearly using it. I'm in a deep sweat. I'm out of breath, taking my break. Hands on my hips, just pacing back and forth. This dude walks up to me on the platform. He goes, "Are you using this squat rack?" I didn't say nothing to him. I just looked at him.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm using the squat rack. I have 2 bars on the squat rack. I'm in a deep sweat. I'm not using the pull-up bar across the gym. I'm very clearly on the squat rack. And he goes, "Are you really?" What else am I using? You don't see me anywhere but on the squat rack. I stared at him so much because I thought he was messing with me. I was like, "Are you dead ass right now?" Like I couldn't figure out if this was like someone I knew and didn't recognize and he was purposely messing with me, or he was trying to piss me off or something, or just like, and then he goes, "Well, can I use it after you?" I said, "Of course you can." But then after that, he like stood on the squat rack waiting for me. And I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, come on. And then I'm like, "Yo, can I get like some space, please? Because I'm using the whole thing. Like I'm using the bar on the rack, but then I'm also stepping off to do the RDLs on the platform." And then he gave me the same look. He looked at me like I was saying some crazy shit. He was like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Please take a couple steps back or like get off the platform because I don't want to hit you with the bar." Like it was a weird conversation, but it was like a prime example of just like whenever you get that stare that they call the Gen Z stare, I'll say 7 times out of 10, because sometimes it is people being rude, but 7 times out of 10 when you get the Gen Z stare, you probably asked a dumbass question. That's what the Gen Z stare is. When you get stared at and not responded to, it's because you probably asked a question that you very well could have answered yourself.
Can I have a cheeseburger with no cheese? Some customers make you question, how are these real people? It says remove my card. Do I remove my card?
I'm big on common sense, and I'm big on like coming to the conclusion yourself. If you need to ask me something that's very obvious and I know that you can come to the conclusion to, I'm going to give you some time to figure it out. Because I know if I asked a dumbass question and I caught myself asking that dumbass question, I'd be like, my fault, bro. Shouldn't have asked that. But when you ask me something dumb and then you get mad at me because I don't answer your dumb question because I want to give you some time to answer your own dumb question, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm sure anybody who's worked a job in like customer service or anything like that can relate. Like, there's been so many times where I'm like closing and I've had people come up and just yank on the door repeatedly and then knock on it like somebody's gonna come to the door, and I just want it to stop, so I go to the door and I'm like, "What, bro? Like, what's up? Are you guys still open?" Do we look open? The lights are all off. You couldn't unlock the door. There's no cars in the parking lot. What do you think? Yeah, I didn't think you guys were, but I thought I should check. If you thought we were, you don't have to check. You can very clearly tell when a place is open or closed let's take the time to just think about it before we do it. You know, that's like, to sum it up, the Gen Z stare is basically, without using words, asking a person in response to a dumb question, are you dead ass right now? That's basically what it is. And like I said, there is times where they do give you that rude look and they're just being inconsiderate and just rude. But majority of times, I don't know how to go about answering ridiculously, obviously crazy questions. Like, I don't know how to confront that, because I'm not going to answer it for you like it deserves a normal answer. I'm sorry, I'm not. Because in my own experience, when I've asked a dumbass question, which I have, and it's met with sarcasm or a stare, the Gen Z stare, or when somebody just tells me I asked a dumbass question, it usually makes me evaluate in my head what my dumb question was, and therefore prevents me from continuing to ask dumbass questions. Because if you ask a dumb question and you get a normal response, like it's not a dumb question, you're going to keep asking those dumbass questions. So that's what the Gen Z stare is. It's not because people hate you or people have a problem with you. It's because sometimes questions can be dumb and ridiculous, and that's just what it is. So just keep that in mind. I just thought it was weird that like people were saying that all Gen Z people are rude and inconsiderate, which is just like, I think a lot of us just don't have the patience to deal with like mind-numbing interactions. So it's a few days later, and I'm just coming back to let y'all know that I actually experienced the Gen Z stare that millennials talk about yesterday. I was at the bookstore yesterday, and me and my girlfriend were just browsing. This couple walks in, and they're like full conversation, like talking normally, talking fine. They're very clearly, or at least the dude is, he's very clearly looking for something, because he's looking everywhere. And his girlfriend's like trying to point, like maybe over there. They're walking around. They come up like right next to us. And the employee, who looked to be like a millennial, he comes up nicely and he's like, hi, can I help you guys find anything? And the dude, dead ass, like I'm not even over exaggerating, he dead ass looked at bro for a cool 30 seconds. No response, no words, just straight, huh? And the employee looked so uncomfortable because he was just like, and after a while, I think his girlfriend picked up that like, hey, he's not gonna answer it. Let me answer for him. And she's just like, no, thank you. We're just looking around. Which is what the dude should have said initially. When someone asks you, are you looking for something? And you are, you say, yeah, I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. If you're not, you say, just looking around. Thank you. And bro, for a cool 30 seconds just did. He looked at him like he just said something crazy. I get what y'all mean now. But I'm still standing on my experiences. Like when I give that stare to somebody, it's because I got asked something crazy and I'm trying to like let you come to that conclusion. But to give somebody that stare when all they did was ask you if you needed anything, when you very clearly did, it was kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. But I get y'all's frustration. I get it. And it's not like a thing where Gen Z thinks they're better than people. It's just because I know I certainly don't. It's just the way that they deal with it. Like the older generation, when you ask a dumbass question, they immediately meet you with sarcasm or just tell you straight up that you asked a dumbass question.
Will the Clippers be back here Sunday playing a Game 7?
What?
You're feeling
that's just how they deal with it. And I actually welcome that feedback. If I ask a dumb question, please let me know that my question was dumb as hell, because then I won't ask it anymore and I'll answer it my damn self. Millennials, on the other hand, though, or these specific millennials that are mad over this, they answer those dumb questions like it's a normal question, which I don't think should be done. But rather than call someone stupid or just call them names and tell them they're dumb when they ask me a dumb question, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and hopefully let you come to that conclusion on your own, because I don't want to be disrespectful. And if you take me staring at you as disrespectful, then oh well. What do you guys think, though? Let me know in the comments what you think of the Gen Z stare. Have you ever been asked a dumb question before? Or have you ever asked a dumb question before? Be honest. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos. And I will catch you guys in the next one.